Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham, alongside Randy Lee. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221 is our number, so give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind if you'd like to bring up a new subject or if you'd like to add to the conversation that we're having on any topic that you choose. By all means, we'd love to interact with you in some way. Some interesting lists come out. It's that time of year. We had some fun last week running down some top 25 Auburn football games and players and whatnot for the weekend, kind of the celebration of the 250. Well, Newton, we're a couple of weeks away from SEC Media Days. Then you're really going to start seeing, preseason SEC lists and all these kind of things. But some lists have come out, some quarterback rankings for the 2026 SEC season and head coaching rankings in the SEC. Now, we usually do this kind of on our own sometimes, making these lists. But these have been put out there, and they're in the public domain. So these, have an Auburn quarterback on the list and an Auburn head coach on the list. And they're, we can debate whether they are too high or too low or where they should be in this pecking order. So that's an interesting conversation. Thought we would have that today, and would love to hear your thoughts on the matter as well. So we'll talk about these things, and if we have time, we'll talk about some other ones too. But I won't talk about the World Cup anymore, really, after today. But the United States, it was bad. It was really, really bad against Belgium. I thought we had an opportunity. I think Belgium's better than we are, but I don't think they're 42-7 better than we are.
Which is about what it was, if you're taking it into football terms. So I agree with you on that. It's so bad. I had a couple of thoughts on it while the game was going on. Do you think, Andy, that Belgium's coach knew that they were that much better than us? That I know that they're getting a little older, but their three best players didn't even start. I mean, now they were going to come off. Oh, yeah. I mean, why? Why would you when you watch that game?
Yeah.
Watch that match. We're lucky it was only 4-1.
Yeah.
There
were some pretty good saves.
They outplayed us about 8 or 9-2. If you're counting on good tries.
Yeah.
And it's disappointing. I was watching a podcast on the way in here on the state of youth soccer in the United States. Both my son and my daughter have been involved in travel soccer heavily in a community that, by the way, just won the 7A girls and boys state championship. So they're doing something right. So I'm not here to throw any shade on what we're getting. It's clearly the best this state's got to offer.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't win at the top level like that. My daughter's still heavily involved with it. So I see it firsthand. And, Landon Donovan, his point on it, and I think that he's leaned in, is much like a lot of youth sports and travel athletics in the United States, all about gaining a dollar. You go to Europe, and you're a 11-year-old prodigy like Lionel Messi. You start getting paid to come and play for a development club that's going to end up being Barcelona, or it's going to end up being one of these major clubs. Instead, we sit around and complain nonstop about a 16-year-old high school kid that's probably got 90% of the reason that you're winning football games on a Friday night. But God have mercy. Don't let him make any money doing it.
Right.
Do not let him cash in on his talent. But they've leaned in overseas. I mean, Auburn basketball right now, we're leaning into that European model of basketball. We're going to go grab somebody that's been doing that model since they were probably a teenager, coming through a development system like IMG Academy. And when we get them, are they older? Some of them are older, some of them aren't. But they're making waves here in this. So you ask, is it? Yes, there's a lot of reasoning behind the U.S. being, what, the richest country in the world?
Sure.
And a willingness, I'm sure, especially after this World Cup, as much money as this sucker's going to make, to throw as much money behind it as you possibly can. But when there's a culture breakdown, I don't know how you can win. And it is. We're 15th to 20th best team in the world.
Yeah.
Belgium's going to get, when I say they're going to get blistered by Spain, it will be a blistering by Spain. They're not in, they're like a 7 to 12 team. Well, so we didn't even see us up against France. Oh, my God, against France, they'd have beat our brains in.
Yeah.
So we're a long way away.
Well, but, I mean, we're not that bad. I mean, watching
we're
this thing
15 to 20.
Yeah, but I understand that. But I'm just saying, like I said, Belgium's better than we are, and that's fine. And if we'd lost 2-0, nobody would have sniffed at it. But why did they? We looked apparently like we were playing tentative the entire time. Our goalie, who you informed me, was really, really good.
I don't remember saying that. That had to have been a Brett Pritchard talk. You never heard.
You told me.
I never said
that he is so good that he moves and he gets around. I swear that this was
never would have. Like, there's some things that would have came out of my mouth at some weak time, but that was not one. No.
All right, maybe I was
This is not Tim Howard.
But I saw this guy. I've seen the same thing happen at Byers Field with kids that are 8 years old. That's what happened in the World Cup. So that's inexplicable. That is not because we're not talented.
Yes.
As we're not as talented as Belgium. This was a mindset that we went into this game. We were beat before we even started playing.
Can I put this into basketball terminology for you?
Please.
Even though you were Andy Graham was a great soccer player.
Andy was a mediocre soccer player.
He was a great soccer player in Alexander City, Alabama, where we didn't do a very good job when we were growing up developing soccer players. So if you're any good at all, you're like a track star coming out.
It was all on my own.
You're a Malcolm Simmons jumping over a 7-foot bar with zero coaching.
Yeah.
That's how good of a soccer player you were if you did anything with it growing up around here during that time. But, Andy, I'm going to put it in basketball terms. Did you watch the way they pressured us from the back end?
Mm-hmm.
Did we seem like we liked it?
Not a bit.
Not a bit. It's like when you watch, I do travel basketball. And when your ball handling suffers and a team is as athletic as you and they pressure you and they're constantly in your face, full court, 94 feet, you don't like it. And it never felt like we got comfortable. No. And we turned the ball over, Christian Pulisic being number one. He had to have broken some kind of World Cup record on turnovers individually. He had 11.
Oh.
He had by far the most for the U.S., and that was only in 60 minutes because he got a stubbed toe. I mean, you got to come out of a World Cup with a stubbed toe. Just come on now. I mean, when things go that poor for you, you got to come out. And he's getting blistered, and he deserves all of it right now because that guy didn't score. In a World Cup where all of the major players are scoring lots of goals, he didn't score a single one. He scored one since we went back to the game's lead again. One time. And didn't play last year.
And that's your best player.
It's supposedly the best player. I don't think anybody in America thinks that boy's the best player we've got anymore, including me and any of us. You got to go to the phone.
No.
Phone lines are gone. So I'm glad you opened it up with that where we can get it off my chest. But
I figured you might have something to say about it.
I just think I don't, and you know, it's kind of like Auburn football talking with Brett for 48 minutes this morning on a podcast. We deserve better. How do you get better? Don't know. I'm not a general manager of a college football team. There's a lot of question marks out there and differing opinions on how you get better in today's day and age. We're about to go through a 3-year cycle of listening on why we're so far behind the world's best in soccer when we spend more money and we know we got the athletes around here.
Yeah.
Don't have the answer, Andy.
Well, I mean, I keep going back to this. It's the simplest answer to me. And now, granted, we got 350 million people, which is dwarfs
the 500,000 that Cape Verde had.
Well, yeah, that, and I mean, it dwarfs all the countries in Europe.
Yeah.
So now, that being said, soccer is number one in all those countries. Soccer in the United States is 5th at best. Is that right?
Well, it's the number one most participated sport in this country. I'm not saying that it gets the best athletes, and that's a fight back and forth we can have.
Yeah.
Because it's a very expensive sport. To get an inner city kid to play soccer is highly doubtful unless someone's going to pay the fees that it takes to take that kid at 9 years old and allow him to go to do this. Because Landon was saying, he came from a single mom with 3 kids, $34,000 salary. When he was coming through, it cost $4,000 a year to play travel soccer where he was. He said, my mom, 3 kids, $34,000 salary. Hell, I'd have never gotten to play unless somebody paid my way, and I was good enough for somebody to pay my way. So that's part of the model that's broken in comparison to other countries right there.
Yeah. Well, we may just have to live with it. We're just always going to be 12 to 15.
Good point.
I mean,
I don't have an answer.
We can always go into these World Cups and have over expectations.
As long as Auburn football doesn't stay 12 to 16 in the SEC the rest of my life, I can live without the U.S. soccer winning every 4 years.
I think that's wise, and I hope that's true. All right, we got to take our first break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're brought to you each and every day by Sensagreen, heating, cooling, and insulation for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sensagreen. J.A. Smith, the construction and excavation experts. No job is too big, no job is too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your needs. And finally, the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for all your personal injury needs. This is happens all too often. So when you find yourself in need of legal advice or some, unfortunately, a lawyer because of a personal injury, the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm is the call that you need to make. All right, Randy, 2026 SEC quarterback rankings. These come from Chris Lowe, who writes for On 3. He's got the top 10 here because Alabama, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, and Missouri haven't technically named a starter. So throw those out. And if there is going to be a starter, it's going to be one that's brand new, a newcomer. So he's got the top 10 here listed. He has your quarterback at Byron Brown listed at number 8 out of 10. First of all, I will ask you, is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair. Is the ceiling higher for him than that? Yes. Is it deserve? And it's important to look at the names he's got in front of him, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the point I would make. I think there's 3 names in front of him and the 4 that are in front of him that he's very equal to.
Okay.
Including John Mateer. I'll start there. Washington State transfer. Got injured, but took him a while last year to become a really good quarterback. Runs the ball well, but
inconsistent.
Inconsistent, and I still think that, is he an NFL-style quarterback throwing the football? I got my doubts. Mm-hmm. Sure you would too. Byron Brown, kind of the same. The next 2, I would say, get rid of Sam Levitt, but the next 2 I'm thinking are Byron Brown. Now, if you told me that he had a better season than Lenore Sellers at South Carolina, I'd say I can buy that.
Yeah.
If you told me he had a better season this year than Marcel Reed, I'd say I can buy that. But if you told me any of those three were better than Byron Brown this year, I'd be okay, I get it. Because they're very equal. They're a lot the same.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may ask, what do I think Auburn needs offensively to have him take a jump above all of them? I think he's got to lean in on his strength, man. And his strength is he is a bull of a runner.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got to build a strong offensive line, downhill running attack, slightly better running attack than we even saw with Nick Marshall. Possibly, I'm not saying we'll have a overall better rushing attack, but Nick Marshall ran for about 900 yards that year in 2013. I think that Byron Brown could rush for 1,100 or 1,200 yards at Auburn. And he's already proven that he's a 3,000 and 1,000. But I think that there's a better chance that he gets to 1,000 rushing than 3,000 passing at Auburn this year,
right,
with the pieces that are around him. And if he gets to the 1,200-yard rushing mark and throws for 2,200 yards and has 3,400 total yards of offense for Auburn this year, then I think that he's going to be better than all of those that I just mentioned, Andy.
Okay.
But I don't if you're asking, do I think he deserves to be ahead of Trinidad Chambliss? No.
No.
Does he deserve to be ahead of Arch Manning? Absolutely not. Pieces around him aren't as good as what Arch Manning's got around him. Unless he just doesn't get any better, and he proved last year he's going to get a lot better. He got a lot better as the season moved on.
Now, would it surprise? Now, I put these on here and did some. I went and looked and career numbers and last year. Now, Trinidad Chambliss, we're talking about 1 year at Fair State. Mm-hmm. He did play 2 years, but it was very sparingly that first year. So basically, what he did here is in 2 years. I got Byron Brown. He played 4 years. Now, he redshirted his first year, so it's very, very small sample size his first year. And he got hurt his third year. So those numbers are very paltry, too. Basically, everything you see here, he did in 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, so basically that's a pretty good 2 years, 2 years. Now, Trinidad Chambliss did one of those at Ole Miss in the SEC, so you give him some credit for that. But when you look down through this list, Chambliss, Arch Manning for, 2 really, really solid years. Gunnar Stockton for 2 really solid years. John Mateer for 3 years, 2 at Oklahoma, 1 at Washington State. Lenore Sellers for 2 years, Marcel Reed for 3 years. Byron Brown has got the best numbers of the bunch. Byron Brown, career, 65% completion percentage.
Yep.
That's the best of any of these guys. 7,690 yards. That's only even in comparison. The one that compares is Trinidad Chambliss, but he's got more yards passing. 61 touchdown passes. Trinidad Chambliss 53. Now he does have 19 picks. That's a lot of picks. Trinidad Chambliss threw 10. 2,265 yards rushing. That dwarfs anybody on the list by far.
Well, that's the reason I think that's what
31 TDs rushing.
That's what he's got to lean into. Now, you're asking.
Yeah, granted, he did it all at South Florida, so how much do you discount that?
Yeah, but there was a lot of really quality opponents that they played at South Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom, including Auburn, the bottom 5 or 6 teams in the SEC aren't a lot better than what you're going to get on the top end of those smaller conferences. I think we'd all agree with that. I mean, you could look at Auburn's record against those teams in those other conferences and not very good. So I'm sure that you could look at South Carolina's and Florida's and even Tennessee back to 7 or 8 years ago, and they're not going to be very good against the South Floridas of the world either when we're on a downer. But, can Brown have the breakout season that Chambliss had for Ole Miss last year? Absolutely. What does Auburn need to have that happen? One, I think he's got to be the best running quarterback in the league.
Okay.
He's got to be the absolute best running quarterback inside the red zone, especially inside the 10-yard line, because we've been terrible inside the red zone and terrible getting the football into the end zone when we get inside the 10. And if he can do those two things, we put a lot of points up, I think that's going to open up the passing game enough. The only thing that concerns me a little is the talent level that we have at the receiving corps. And I don't know enough about these transfers in to have a strong opinion there on whether.
Well, good news is they got chemistry with Brown already.
That's a great point.
That's at least something. I bumped up Brown to 6th in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a better version of Lenore Sellers, at least right now. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And I demoted John Mateer. I don't see him as the number 4 quarterback.
I agree with you on that.
All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Auburn Blitz, Andy and Randy, here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. Go ahead and check out their website today. It's steaksinwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksinwine.com. Excuse me. They got great food, got a tremendous selection of wine. They got daily lunch specials. So go and check them out today on Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. All right, any other thoughts about the quarterback before we move on?
No, it just feels like we have this discussion every year, not necessarily for Auburn, but for the conference as a whole. And a Trinidad Chambliss type usually jumps up and plays well that we didn't see. So it's so much goes into offensive philosophy and all the pieces coming together at the right time. And
well, let me ask you this: that including the 6 teams that are not mentioned here, what is Byron Brown's ceiling in the SEC
this year as the quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, the problem with this is how many wins does Auburn get to?
Yeah,
because a lot of that is weighed upon how well
could
we
he
play.
rise to the level of a 3rd-team All-SEC?
Yes.
Okay.
I just said, I mean, I'm not. The question has to be, can he jump on the scene like Trinidad Chambliss did last year?
If he's 3rd-team All-SEC, I think Auburn wins 9 games.
Agree.
At least. So.
And he's going to have massive numbers because whoever is 1 and 2 is going to put up PlayStation numbers.
It
has to have it right now to win. But if there's ever a year to do it, I think it's also this year because let's just start with Alabama and Georgia. Is the talent level there for both of them? Sure. Am I 100,000% sold on Gunnar Stockton being a Heisman Trophy contender? No, not really. I mean, I know how good he was in high school, and he's considered one of the top high school players in Georgia history. I get all of that. But when my eyes see it, it's more of a game manager than some kind of eye-popping athlete out there. Do you agree?
Who that?
Gunnar Stockton.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to buy into him being one of the top 3.
Sure.
And then Alabama, whoever they decide on. You would think built around the softness that's built into that program now, that they don't have that to lean in on.
No.
So you got an immense amount of pressure on the quarterback that you used to didn't necessarily have to have. I mean, it wasn't too long ago Jake Coker won a national championship at Alabama. Let's keep that in mind. Now, how did he do it? He was a big old lumberjack back there throwing the ball down the field, but they had the best running game in college football by far with the best lines of scrimmage. They ain't got that anymore. That's over. Nick Saban ain't coming back to Tuscaloosa. And this one they got over there now, he's soft as butter. I hope that stays that way, but that's what it looks like. So it's a lot easier when you can lean on a running game and you just have to make the big plays down the field, i.e. Nick Marshall.
Yeah.
But I don't see that Alabama. So if you want me to go to their quarterback, that's the biggest question mark I would have for him. Is he going to be running for his life the way that they play on the lines right now?
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a fair assessment. I think I agree with you.
That's 100%. What I hope for.
Yeah. Well, we all hope for that for sure. All right. 2026 head coaching rankings in the SEC. Chris Lowe. Now, you know, some of these guys you can't, like Will Stein. Will Stein's never been a head coach. You can't put him anywhere, but he may be. Who knows? He may be the 2nd best coach in the SEC, and we'll find that out eventually. But at Kentucky, he's got to be 16 because he's never been a head coach. Ryan Silverfield, I don't know, he's been at Memphis. Nobody knows a whole lot about him. He's at Arkansas now. Maybe he is. Maybe if he turns that program around. If he gets Arkansas winning 9 games a year, we ought to just promote
Houston
him.
Nut.
Good grief. He's a great coach. He's going to rocket up the list. Jeff Lebby. You know, he hadn't won a lot of games at Mississippi State, but he'd been close last year. If he'd have beat Tennessee or Texas last year, or both, I'd have put him a lot higher on the list. But he didn't beat those teams. So He's stuck at 14. Well, your coach, Alex Golish, comes in on this list at number 13. These are the coaches ahead of Alex Golish. Pete Golding, who has coached 2 games in his career, 3 games, I guess, 2 and 1. Shane Beamer coming in at 11. John Sumrall coming in at 10. Brent Venables, Clark Lee, Eli Drinkwitz, Josh Heupel, Mike Elko, DeBoer, Kiffin, Sarkeesian, Smart. That's your hierarchy all the way up to the top. Alex Golish at 13. Is that fair?
I mean, I'm not going to argue with it to start the season. I mean, he's got to prove it in a big conference like the SEC that all of the hoopla around his recruiting exploits and, you know, what he preaches to us when you put a mic in front of him is not just talk. But back to our quarterback, I just think the ceiling's a lot higher if there's follow-through with what we're hearing. I mean, and here, let me spin it this way. You run down this list of coaches in the top 10 in comparison to, say, 15 years ago, how you were trying to compare Auburn's coaches to the rest of this league. I mean, like Kalen DeBoer's the 4th best coach in the SEC. I hope. I'm telling you, I hate to be the guy to keep sitting here, and I will eat my words when they go 12-1 and play for a national championship. I do not see it. There's no part of me.
He's made Alabama soft. You cannot disagree.
No,
cannot make that argument. He did
he's
take
the only
Washington.
one that could screw that up.
He did take Washington to a national title game. Softly, but he got him there, and he's won and won big everywhere he's been.
Okay.
I just and I take into account whole history, not just the time that he's been at an SEC team. That's why I have Alex Golish higher on this list. I have Shane Beamer a lot lower on this list. And I would put Alex Golish above Pete Golding, Shane Beamer. I might put him above Brent Venables at this point.
And Sumrall.
Well, I think him and Sumrall are
pretty equal.
Yeah, they're okay. Until they do something, I think their past is okay. I can buy it. All right, we got to take another break. Love to hear from you. What do you think? 256-234-6221. Byron Brown, the 8th best quarterback in the SEC. Alex Golish, the 13th coach in the SEC. Too low? Too high? You tell me. Right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area. And they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
During Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge, replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for being with us today. This SEC head coaching rankings, do you agree with the list outside of Alex Golish? I mean, is there any names that you think are definitely way too high or way too low?
Well, I think the better question you should ask me is, out of all of these, who impresses me the most? Based off of the program they're coaching for.
Okay.
So, I'm a big fan of Clark Lee. And the reason I am is I don't think he's just talk. You know, you did have some behind-the-scenes things that you could see. And people can go to their quarterback play was so good was the reason that they were winning football games. But, Andy, they were physical enough to stay in these games, too. And it's not like Diego Pavia went third in the draft. He wasn't Cam Newton. I mean, nobody drafted him. I mean, he's a good college quarterback, but –
just Auburn's kryptonite.
Yeah, I mean, but you could see where others could find somebody along with that system that could hopefully play the role that he is. So I think he's too low. I know he's 8th here, but I think based off of what he's doing with Vandy, he deserves to be. Like, if you ask me, do I think Alabama's getting more or Vandy's getting more out of their head coaches? Like, I think Kalen DeBoer and his system and how soft he is about the only thing that can screw up Alabama.
Yeah.
They can get everybody they want. They've got an amazing fan base that I hate, but they got an amazing fan base. They've got a culture of toughness. They have put more humans in the NFL than anyone outside of Georgia over the last 20 years. You got all of that to sell. You're in the state of Alabama and in the South. There's Bo's and Joes out there everywhere, and somehow they go and recruit 3 or 4 of the top 20 running backs in 3 separate years' classes, and they can't find somebody to run the football for 1,000 yards last year. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, you got to be coaching pure softness to not pull that off. So I think that he's the best thing. Like, if Auburn doesn't get the thing turned around as long as that boy's there, then we don't stand a chance. That's how convinced I am that Kalen DeBoer is the right man for the job if you're an Auburn fan.
I don't disagree. I mean, softness is what we need, like you say, to turn this thing around.
I think Josh Heupel at 6 is giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't.
I think he's too high.
He's all right.
I put him down a little lower.
He's not bad. I mean, trust me, if Auburn had Tennessee's years, the last 5, we would have taken them. So
I think Steve Sarkisian's too high at number 2.
He's going to.
I'd drop him down at least 4 spots.
Well, he's got to prove a lot this year. You can't spend the amount of money that Texas has spent and have a Manning back there at quarterback in his second year, and you go get Cam Coleman in the transfer portal that everybody wanted and pay him, I don't know, $3-4 million a year to come over there to add to an already deep, talented offensive roster, and you're an offensive-minded guy and you don't pull it out of him.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a pass that's fine that he's sitting there at 2, but they're going to have to prove a lot this year.
Eli Drinkwitz is getting more out of less than I think anybody in maybe Clark Lee.
I think the 2 of them.
I think Eli Drinkwitz is right there.
I agree.
Mike Elko, I think I think he's a little too high, but he's got a chance to move up because if he can continue to be consistent in doing what he's doing, I mean, but it's a little early for him to already be up
solid.
There, up at 5.
But if you swap somebody higher than him, then I wouldn't have a problem with it either.
All right, I got a question here. You can answer this when we come back. Steve says, can you guys briefly explain high school reclassification? I see where Alabama is getting a basketball guard who is reclassifying, along with high school credits for college. Do they also have a sufficient ACT, SAT score also?
That doesn't even matter anymore. Nobody care about that. When's the last time you saw a kid have to go to JUCO ranks because they didn't have a high enough test score?
Never.
I mean,
haven't seen it in
the politically
at least
correct
5
society
years.
that we live in's got that one. That one's gone.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, let me answer that very quickly, though. I mean, most of these kids are going to show up on campus after December. They're not going to play their winter and spring sports at school. They're going to go ahead and start that payday as fast as you can get it, but that had already started a decade ago. I mean, if you sign 25 to 27 kids, 22 to 23 of them are going to show up, which means they already have the credits, the high school credits to go ahead. Auburn's got a running back right now that should have been a high school senior last year that got out on the field and did pretty good. You got to keep in mind, he should really just be a true freshman this year.
I don't know if you know this, but Ryan Williams was only 17.
I heard that a few times, too.
Okay. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's Personal Price Plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Satisfactory explanation on the reclassification. I appreciate that.
Well, I think that more and more, as the money gets better and better, if you're physically ready, and you can be convinced that you're physically ready and you're not going to get any better with another year of high school, that there'll be more of that coming down the line. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of families that could use that $1 million payday if it's coming up to that.
Well, Howie, I mean, I remember high school. Now, it's been 30 years, 32 years now, I guess. But it was not that. I mean, I could look back and think, okay, could I fit 4 years into 3? I mean, it didn't seem that easy back then. Nowadays, I know that a lot of times they have adopted more of a college schedule, where you might go half a day or whatever. You got all this, and I understand that, and I guess if you focus on doing it, but hey, do they make it easier, the academic side of it, for you to be able to get all your credits in 3 years?
They do it, Andy. I don't have an answer other than they do it. And they also, so many of them come out and they're already done with their 2 years of core classes with junior college. That's already done before they even are 18, 19 years old, ready to move on.
Right.
My nephew's on this advanced placement course with Auburn University right now. Now, don't hold me down and make me tell you what the name of it is, but when he comes out, he's going to be a couple of years in. He's a smart kid, but, I mean, he's so it was never a question of whether he gets schoolwork done if he actually tries.
Yeah.
He can do it. So I don't know the reasoning why, but I can see the reasoning why if it's a money. If it's a money grab, go ahead and turn it on. Because you got 5 years to play 5 now with the new ruling. No matter what, you're going to redshirt that first one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a quarterback and someone else, I mean, in another position like that, you're probably not going to walk in day one and be ready to play anyway. So why not take the payday while somebody else is teaching you the best route to go through getting good enough to be able to compete on that level? So it's a good question. Do you have anything to add to that?
I don't. I mean, I wish we would, not try to speed up life like we do in the pursuit of just because it's a payday. I understand that can change lives, and I understand this and that. But a year's worth of difference in the grand scheme of things, it would be much more enjoyable to just sit back and enjoy high school for 4 years.
Well, let me throw this out there. Also, and I don't know the percentage of players that are doing this, but I would be willing to say over half of them that are reclassifying are already of age. Because back to the book that I brought up a number of times on here that is one of the best that I've read is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And go read it. And point to the age discrepancies between all-star teams and things that we've talked about and where that break is. So if Andy Graham's birthday, like Brett Pritchard's is in September, and mine happens to be in October, but Brett's a grade ahead of me, he's way behind that group that he's competing with when he and I are just really a month apart. And Gladwell didn't just say, I think this is the way it is. No, he went and looked at the national teams for hockey and soccer in a number of different countries and noticed where their birthdays were and where the lines were drawn in the sand on when. So when you're 10 years old and you're starting to get recognized for a talent, you're probably going to get recognized if you've hit puberty or you're getting close to that 12-year-old mark and you're a year older than the ones you're competing with. So my point is there's a lot of programs out there that are holding kids back. So you're 19 when you graduate, Andy.
Yeah, it makes sense. I could have benefited for that. Probably.
You and I both, yes.
Yeah. All right, quickly, July the 8th, happy birthday today. Rune Arledge, if you don't know that name, you know his work. ABC Sports, he basically is credited with creating Monday Night Football, the instant replay. In sports, the wide world of sports. ABC News 2020, Nightline. He was in charge of ABC News as well. So prolific sports, entertainment executive. Happy birthday today, Marty Feldman, Igor from Young Frankenstein. John David Crow, 1957 Heisman winner, also a 4-time Pro Bowler in the NFL.
I didn't know that.
He went on to play for the St. Louis Cardinals. Very good. Back and tight end, John David Crow.
Who was his college coach?
Texas A&M. That would have been
Bear
Bryant. How about that?
Yep.
Good call. Johnny Johansson.
Don't know that.
Drummer for the Allman Brothers. Angelica Houston, actress, daughter of the famed John Huston. Jack Lambert, great linebacker, Hall of Famer for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Steel Curtain. No teeth. Rough guy. Kevin Bacon, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, or 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Footloose, your favorite, right?
It was when I was younger.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I liked it.
Toby Keith, the late Toby Keith, born on this day, 1961. Beck, I'm a loser, baby.
Did you like
So
that?
Why don't you kill me?
You like that one song?
That was a good one.
You named
And
another one.
Where It's At.
Okay.
Just Where It's At.
Yeah.
Todd Martin was a tennis player, American player, decent. Made a couple of finals, never won a championship. And Maya Hawke, daughter of Ethan Hawke, and she was in Stranger Things. Did you ever watch Stranger Things?
No, but I've heard it's great.
It is great. It is great. They had a little disappointing in the 5th season, but it's great. All right, we got to head on out. He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.